Hello, welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Brianna, and welcome back to May I Scraplift You that I've been playing along with all month, where we scraplift someone. Today I am scraplifting my friend Moira O'Reilly, and I will have her information listed below. It's the super cute layout in the left upper corner there. So I start with some scraps, and these are Vicky Bouton papers. And I'm going to tell you about the pictures. I haven't told this story here on the channel. It was 3 months ago that my youngest daughter, who was in pharmacy school, we had a scare. She had a seizure, and she had one about 10 years ago. She had meningitis, and she came through meningitis with flying colors, like no bad effects. We thought we were all done with that, and it was a pretty scary moment. She spent the day in the emergency room. She has recovered wonderfully. She finished up her school year. She has a neurology appointment to just, I don't know, talk about why or what to do next. So she's doing awesome right now. But I did want to get these into my album and document, and you can see I'm using bright colors. I don't want this to be a, I call it a Debbie Downer page. I don't want it to be a Debbie Downer page. I want it, she came through it. It wasn't easy, but I want to document the not so good times along with the good times. So here we are using fun colors. The picture that's currently on the right is the only picture I took in the emergency room. She was sleeping comfortably. The picture on the left, her one big complaint, what happened during the seizure, she bit her tongue something fierce. And so popsicles were good, cold, something to put on her tongue to kind of, freeze it for the moment, to make her tongue feel better. So even in the layout, we have to do um, something to brighten the page, right? I don't want it just to be a Debbie Downer page. So the pink and that aqua color there is from my stash, and I don't end up using that aqua. I used it. I thought I was going to back it with that, but what I wasn't thinking about is there's two different borders to each of the photos. They're framed separately and then together. So when I use the pink, well, when I didn't use the pink, I was thinking of doubling with the two like aqua colors that didn't really work out. So then I chose to use the pink, and then found that that other aqua color was too small, which was okay because I wanted to use this XO paper anyway, which in the end you can't really see because of the pink frames, and I didn't really leave that much of a border for it, which is okay. It just gives it a little pop of color in there. I had already picked out the other pages. There wasn't that much of this blue, so you've seen me kind of trimming that down. And then I want to use the heart paper because it's not only colorful, but because of the hearts and showing love. So I trim that down, and that is actually going to be my thicker um, layer. And then the blue is going to get trimmed to a little thinner than that. So first I make it the width that I want, and then I'm going to make it the height. And the one on the top is a little bit, nope, on the one on the bottom is shorter than the other. And this could be done with a full sheet of paper, right? You could just make it. But I'm conserving my paper when it comes to Vicky Bouton, and I'm not apologizing for it. So I am kind of running low on the paper, and I did see, thanks to my scrappy bestie Becky, there is some Vicky Bouton stuff at Joann's. Joann's has been, um, looks like they're going to close down, right? Like the aisles are empty, but they did get in some new Vicky Bouton. Don't look for Tim Holtz products because you're not going to find it, but Vicky Bouton is there, so I'm very excited. And you can use your coupon. Oh, which, by the way, if you have the app, I didn't have a 40% off coupon, but I searched it online and I got a 40% off coupon that way. So super exciting. Um, don't be persistent and don't give up when it comes to crafting coupons. Um, all right. So I have this blue, and I gotta look at the bottle to tell you what color it is. It's Distress Oxide Mermaid Lagoon, and I do the packaging technique, and I usually add a little bit of water, which I did. You can see I got a big kind of sploosh going on the side. Does not matter. Most of this gets covered up with the papers. I'm just trying to do like Moira did and do a little sneak, just so that it peeks out either side. So I'm not super worried about this. But if you can kind of see too, when I come down with it, I start in the middle and because that is where the bigger sploosh is going to get, and then come to the outsides, where the paper won't be covering it. So that's kind of a tip that, um, you know, if you're going to drip or something, it can be hidden underneath the metal. And so there I just kind of lay it out to see, do I have enough? Nope, I think I want some more. And I will glue those together so I have a better idea um, of exactly how much of the paint that I want sticking out. And I just add a little bit of glue to the edges. I'm going to use that Fisker's mat again to kind of make sure things are lined up. This comes in very handy for this. Um, you can see, especially when you have two papers that you're trying to make it look as one. I've got those blocks there so I can line them up very easily. And I'm also trying to keep in mind that I don't want them 12 by 12. And Moira's, she didn't go to the top edge of the paper or the bottom edge of the paper. So I'm also trying to keep it within the 12 inches there as well. And it's nice to not have to get out a different ruler or something that slides around. This mat is good for that. And it does take some, you can think that my drink was on the left hand side. It's a little bit wet there, so I was being careful of that. Not that I could have just mopped that up. um, but it does take mixed media pretty well, and then it wipes up as well. We can see I've got some yellow on there though that didn't come up, and other various colors probably as well. So now I know that where my photos are going, so I'm going to put a little bit more of this on the outside. Happy last day of May. This is the last day of May I Scraplift You. Tomorrow we'll be starting the 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Be watching for that. I will not be participating every day, but I'm going to get in my 3 days a week like I have been doing. Now that I know all the mixed media is where I want it, I am going to glue those pictures down to the middle, and then I can get to the fun part, which would be doing all the embellishments. All right, I've been slacking on asking my question a day. So my question for today is, do you have a favorite? Do you prefer to use a sketch for scrapbooking, or do you prefer to scrap lift someone? And maybe you've never used either. That's fine too. I'm just curious. This is from that Vicky Bouton collection. It says this and that. I don't know when I would ever use that, and I think this and that sounds perfect for seeing her laying there on the cot in the emergency room and smiling with some um, popsicles. And the other thing is that, you know, it's showing the progression, right? This in the emergency room and that afterwards. So I will take off this. It's kind of like washi tape, and it's a notebook punch edge, which I liked. She did miss a day of school. Well, she missed a week of school for this, really, but she missed a day of life completely, actually, because of this. She was a little bit down and out. Although in the evening, when she started to clear, she was surely back at sending emails and making sure everybody knew that she was going to be gone for the next couple days. So she stayed on top of her homework. All right, I have just these random florals and just random stuff from different collections of Vicky Wooten, so I make sure to use some of these random florals up. You'll see the one up in the left corner. I'm going to pull some chipboards, ones that are going to go down by the this and that. But I have all these labels, and I don't think any of them are really going to work on this page. The other thing I'm just noticing now is that I didn't really leave a journaling spot, which it would be super easy to journal just on the right bottom corner, because there will be journaling on here. You know what would be the worst thing in the world would be to do some hidden journaling behind those photos. I think that would be a good idea should have thought of that before, with like a pull tab to pull it out. I did grab some flare out. I found another sticker that's gonna go in my clusters. And then I have they're um, journal stickers, and they're hexagons. And in her layout, Moira used circles, but I'm going to use these fun hexagons. And I've got two sheets of the same ones, um, some of them that have been used. So I will just pick out coordinating ones to go into 3 different clusters. I'm going to do a cluster up on the left hand side, a cluster on the right side, and then kind of over the this part of the title. And I just it sometimes, when you haven't had enough caffeine or whatever it is, my brain works a little bit slower, and getting the 3 coordinating hexagons into each of those corners is rough. Just hard. It is hard, so that's okay. I took a little bit of time. I thought about pulling that one up, um, and it was stuck there good, so I forgot about it and moved on to a different one. That one there says all right, all right, all right. And I'm also going to pull in an Ellie Studio chipboard piece as well. And then that booklet on the right hand side, you can see with the hexagons, they're going the wrong direction. I think those are illustrated faith, and it talks about um, oh, it talks about prayer and different things. I do pull off 2 circly ones. Here you can see it now. One says faith, and I'm going to put that in the middle of a hexagon, and the other one says pray, and I will put that in the middle of a hexagon. So that works pretty good. Those are from my Bible journaling. I don't tend to use stickers with my Bible journaling. I certainly could, but it's hanging out with my scrapbook stuff right now. So get that on there. I'll get my flare down there, and then this is, boy, that I'm not sure if that's simple stories, but I have these wordy bits. So I use good vibes only, which I thought was perfect for that, and then capturing life is the one I just put down. Um, and then I think I find things to go onto the flare. Oh, I gotta get my other flare down. And I do use adhesive um, foam to pop the flare up a little bit to adhere them down to the page. Um, these are some Vicky Bouton stickers that aren't going to work. There's the Ellie Studio bit that says just keep going, and there's kind of a blank spot on the photo on the left, so I do like to sometimes put a sticker there or something to kind of fill up that space. And I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I want it, but right over the photo seems good. So that's there. And these are fun. I think there might be Paper Studio stickers, and they're just bright, fun. And I like to layer things on Flare, so that was perfect. Each one of those gets just a bright little round sticker on them. Tomorrow, not only will I think I'm doing a 30 days of sketches tomorrow, but I will also do Stamp It Like It's Hot, where we get our stamps out and use a different prompt. And tomorrow's is florals. So actually, I think I might be combining that. Stamp It Like It's Hot and 30 Days of Sketches. 30 Days of Sketches is with Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life, and she has exclusive sketches that people from the group make, and it's super exciting. So I love that. She does it 3 times a year. She puts so much hard work into it. So I'm super excited to be participating in that starting tomorrow. Here's those chipboard florals that I was talking about. They're just going to go next to this and that. And I have a tab that says today. That's going to work good up on the top there. That's about it. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a fabulous day. And please come back and see me again soon.